What's going on, guys? Seth and Chevy here. We just watched episode 10 of season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen. We'll be talking full spoilers, so hopefully you've watched this episode because it was a good one. Spoiler. And yeah, we're going to be talking full spoilers, and we're going to do a real quick recap to get everybody caught up with what happened on this episode. And a lot of little layers happened in this episode, but basically, Gojo has been sealed. We see this finally. He gets put into a little big die, it seems like, and he is locked away. This information is given to Yuji and Mei through Mekamaru, which I didn't really catch it, but he said he died, and so he kept talking about an insurance thing.
He had pre-set up as he called it, an insurance thing.
Yeah.
That would activate only if Gojo got sealed.
Yeah. So, and this is limited. It's on a limited time frame that he's able to even do this. So he let them know. And so, yeah, they have a cursed user pursuing them in the subway. Mei stays behind to fight them off while Yuji is tasked with letting everybody know what happened to Gojo and formulating a plan of attack to save him. He runs off and... yeah, he basically climbs up a building. He does a lot of running around, fighting things. Climbs up a building, starts yelling for, I forgot his name, Nanami?
Yeah.
Very obnoxiously. It's kind of funny. And yeah, while he's doing that, there is a scene with Geto, Mahito, and Jogo, and the other dude, Chozo. Surprised I remember all those names, where they are kind of talking about how they think they're going to get a counterattack at some point after seeing that Mekamaru had been spying on them, knowing that they essentially, their plan is, as of right now, known. They're kind of discussing that because we find out that Gojo, being Gojo, is not going very easily with the ceiling, and the cube is stuck in the ground right now and will be there for a while, so Geto's going to overlook that. They also discuss whether they should kill Yuji. Now, obviously, the plan for a while has been to resurrect Sakuna? I forgot his name. Yeah. And that's been the plan, and it's kind of revealed here that that was kind of a B plan if the Gojo ceiling didn't work. But now Mahito and Chozo both want to kill Yuji, and Jogo wants to stick with the plan and resurrect Sukuna, and so they create a game where whoever gets to Yuji first can do what they want with him. So you got Chozo and Mahito, who are going to try and find him first and kill him, and Jogo wants to find him and feed him the finger so they can get Sukuna back, even though he says they don't even know if Sukuna would be their ally or not, but they want to usher in an age of curses, basically. So yeah, they are on the pursuit of him. And Geto stays behind to make sure the ceiling continues as planned. He also is confronted by the two girls who, I think it's the two girls who knew Geto.
He saved them from that village where they were trapped in a cage.
Yeah, and they want his body back. He says that he's not going to do it, of course, and if they want to pursue that, he'll just kill them. They leave, but say he's going to regret doing that. So yeah, all the other sorcerers have all entered the Veil at this point, and they are kind of formulating a plan, cleaning up, killing a lot of the curses all over the place. They hear Yuji, they meet up with him, and he gives them the information that Gojo has been sealed, and this is devastating to all of them because they're pretty much all on the same page that if he's gone, the balance of power is uneven now, and it may be or will be a detriment to at least the country, if not everybody. And so they need to get Gojo back. And yeah, also, I forgot his name, but that like butler driver guy got stabbed like 4 times.
Yeah, by the dude with the hand sword.
Yeah, who says that he's going to start hunting down people outside of the Veil.
the suits.
And then he's going to enter the Veil once they've hunted down everybody. So there is a lot of strategies and plays being made right now by both sides, which is really interesting. And then Nanami left as well. I forgot what he was going to go do.
He's going to go try to take care of one of the Veils.
Yeah, he's going to go take care of one of the Veils. And then he left. I forgot the dude's name, but he's kind of a dork in a funny way, with Yuji and Megumi. And they're going to plan a way to essentially save Gojo. Any major things that I miss?
Post-credit scene with 3, I believe, sorcerers who have 3 nails, which I assume is for one of the Veils. So, and if I had to guess, that's where Nanami's going to have to go. So,
yeah, and they're stoked about the situation.
Their Gojo is actually sealed.
Yeah. Also worth noting, Gojo inside the box was very Gojo about it, and just like, well, this sucks. I fucked up, and I believe in you guys, and shit will work out. So counting on you guys. Yeah. So very, very fitting. Also, one small thing too before we talk about our impressions. Very interesting part happened where when Gojo was being sealed, he kind of spoke to Geto in a way that revealed that there might be something going on with the body and the brain that's taken over Geto's body, and the body grabbed him by the throat, started choking him out, Geto, and
he basically said, "How long are you gonna let him use your body like that?" And the right hand came up and started choking him out.
Yeah, which was really interesting because now I'm theorizing all sorts of things that could happen later, and possibly Geto making a return in some way. That would be very interesting. What do we think of this episode?
I liked it. There's a lot of little tidbits to kind of keep track of.
Yeah, I did my best with the recap.
The big takeaway I got from this is we're just, there's going to be there's a lot of characters. And so there's going to be a lot of like small setup that needs to be done here and there. And I think this episode is really trying to do a lot of that. Plus, kind of just solidify that Gojo sealed and confirming that. And then also putting it in a situation where like he's still locatable. So that, quote unquote Geto has to like hang out with it, with the cage. And then seeing all the moving parts that, as we kind of expect with the curses, they don't necessarily always align because they're selfish and greedy by nature. And then the 2, I believe they are human girls who were just sorcerers. Obviously they were partial to Geto. They made an agreement, but not a pact, to let the dude or the brain thing use its body. But now they're going to be kind of a curveball. It'd be interesting to see, where that comes into play.
There's a lot of really interesting elements that were kind of showed off in this episode in terms of as soon as what they were hoping for happened, there's a lot of uncertainty still with alliances, especially on the curse side, with Mahito and Chozo and Jogo all having a disagreement on where the plan should go. Geto possibly not having full control of his own body, and then the 2 girls. Like there's a lot of moving parts here that, like you said, that is making it kind of unpredictable and where it's going to go.
Well, and then there's the humans that are all allied with them, like the kid with the kid with the weird hand sword, the person that was with them, the 3 on the roof with like doing the veil stuff. Like, there's a lot of moving parts. So, curious to see, when things finally start happening too, because like a lot of this episode was just info. So,
what I'm also really interested to see, and I'm hoping that Mahito or Chozo will find, and probably Chozo, because I feel like he's probably more disposable. Hopefully he'll find Yuji, because I don't think Sukuna is going to let them just kill Yuji, because that would threaten him.
They had a pact. I can't remember what the pact was for. I think it is to protect him, though. But he's not allowed to know about it or something like that. I can't remember. Please remind me if it's been a while since they had that conversation.
True.
But I'm pretty sure they
Without
agreed to work
spoilers,
together.
without spoilers, we haven't read the manga.
Right, just whatever happened at the end of season 1. They agreed to work together, but the condition was that Yuji wouldn't remember the conversation. So
Yeah.
so yeah, he probably would not let him because he's held to a pact not to. So whether Yuji knows or not. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like as soon as they show up, if they can overpower him, I'm sure Sukuna's not gonna be down with them.
Yeah.
Killing his vessel essentially.
And really, what I want to see, because we got all these like, major curses in place. It'd be really kind of boring if they all just went after Yuji. I would hope they run into the other sorcerers that are in the Veil, so we can find have these cool fights with other characters and stuff too. So, yeah, I don't know. A lot of interesting pieces. I'm looking forward to see where they're going with it. They're doing a really good job this entire season, both with the prequel and the current arc we're in, just setting stuff up constantly. So I'm looking forward to resolution in some of those parts, though. And I would like to see the ball rolling soon, hopefully. So.
Yeah. I mean, the ball did roll last episode because their long plan from season 1 has finally happened for them. So ball rolling for, the good guys, I guess, and how they're going to counter this. I really liked this episode a lot. I really liked the inner workings of two different sides planning things out. That for one side was unexpected, and the other side was kind of hoping this would work, and it hasn't even fully worked yet. They're still in the process. It's like a video game. Like you got to like stay with the cube and make sure it fully seals. And so it's not even final yet. So it's a really interesting dynamic. The last episode was really good, and this one I think is a really good addition to what happened in the last episode, especially as we talked about in the last review. I'm happy, at least temporarily, that Gojo is out of the picture, because now a lot is going to be put on the other characters that otherwise could just be saved by him, and now they can't be. So there's new stakes involved. And if that one dude died, who I think he did, he got stabbed multiple times, unless something happens in another episode where he didn't. We're seeing already that the ball's starting to roll in terms of things not being good for our main characters. So I like where it's going. It feels like there's weight and stakes to the scenario that's playing out. I also really like that there is this big elaborate plan, but also there's these things that are coming into play that I don't know where this plan's going to go, because as we already said before, all the curses are not in agreement fully on where to go next. They just were all like, we got to get rid of Gojo. And they did that. Now they're like, now what should we do? And so, yeah, I'm really enjoying that. There was minimal action in this episode, but that's fine. What we did see actually was pretty cool. There's a part with Yuji running through and just beating the shit out of curses before he just easily scaled the whole ass building and started yelling. And that was cool. We got off-screened with Meme defending Yuji as he ran off, but that's fine because that fight wasn't really necessary to see. It was more... I like the way they kind of set that scene up. There's a lot of like tension on what they're going to do next. I also liked that even though Mekamaru is dead, which is kind of wild. I assumed he was, but it's weird that it's confirmed, but he's still able to help in a way. I really kind of liked that dynamic that he was conveying information to the home team, but also spying on the other guys, although Mahito was very quick to just notice he was there and just destroy his little contraption. So yeah, a lot of really cool moving parts to this whole equation that I'm really curious to see where it goes next. I am hoping for some kind of big fight, because we got that in season 1. We had a couple episodes where Toto, and where the fuck is Toto at? I'm so ready for him to show up. And Yuji bonding over fighting, I forgot their name.
Hanami?
Yeah, something like that. Hanami?
I think so.
Haman, the person who Gojo just eviscerated. That was like a whole thing, this big fight, and so I'm hoping we'll get something similar to that within this season, because there is just a lot of like plotting, planning, and things rolling, but not a whole lot of fights, which is fine because I really like where the story's at right now. In fact, I think I like this season more than the first season, just because the first season had a lot of introductions and a lot of like they didn't have time to fully get to know the characters either, which was a huge thing for me. And this season is more dedicated to the plot, which I really am enjoying. So yeah, a really good episode, and I'm really excited to see what happens in the next episode. Anything else you want to say?
No.
All right, let us know in the comments. What did you think of episode 10? Where do you think things are going? What scenes stood out to you? What are you hoping for? What did you like? What didn't you like? If there was something you didn't like. And yeah, please no spoilers. We have not read the manga. I have to say that every review because you might be new here. And if you are, hit the subscribe button. We are reviewing every single episode, and we do other reviews as well. Although this is the priority right now because we have to. We have another channel. It's linked down below where we do video game stuff, so this is kind of a side thing. But yeah, as of right now, we'll be doing this season, and then something else. We are trying to finish, oh god, Heavenly Delusion.
Yeah,
right?
Tengoku Daimakyo.
Yeah, and so we're not doing episodic reviews of that, but we will be doing a season review of that once we finish that. So look forward to that. But yeah, I've been Seth, this has been Chevy, and until the next review, we'll talk to you guys later.